Good morning, Starshine. This is Smadar from Song of Stones, and I am here today with a very magical stone being. I know I say that about all of them, and it's all true. So first let me introduce myself. I am a crystal whisperer. I listen to the Song of Stones and I help people find the crystals that are singing for them. And this crystal was singing last week. It started singing last week. And I hadn't planned on, it wasn't my intention to listen to this stone being for yesterday's crystal moon message. Yesterday was the full moon. And if you're not already aware, every full moon and new moon, I listen to a stone for a message and I pass that along to my community. And if you're not yet signed up and you would like to receive those, you can go ahead and sign up at songofstones.com. So what was magical about this stone? When I first picked it up, I saw this little penguin at the top here in a little bubble. And I had this image of the whole crystal looked like a snowy scene and a path that the penguin takes when it comes in from the sea and goes to nest. It's really, if you've never heard of the March of the Penguins, it's really, really a very profound, fascinating, and amazing reflection of any journey, really, but of the journey and commitment to family and to purpose. And I thought that was amazing just when I saw that. But then I saw something else in this stone that really blew my mind. So I'm going to show you. It's on the other side of the stone, and it really is magical. I'm going to give you a second to see if you see what I saw. And it's really there from the top of the stone to the bottom. So I'm going to try and get it at an angle so that you can see the whole thing, everything that I saw, without the shadows and the light spots. So what I saw was two penguins, one on this side, one on this side, and an egg at the bottom. And if you've ever seen the movie March of the Penguins, or if you know anything about penguins and how they mate, this could not have been a clearer image of how the penguins hold the eggs at their feet and keep them warm, and they stay there. They stay in that one position, keeping the egg warm, because any exposure will immediately freeze the egg and they'll lose it. And it's quite something. It's a real lesson in resilience. But really what it is a commitment to purpose, a commitment to the self and to life and to creation. But how magical is that? And this is what it is when you trust what you see and what you pick up. I mean, from this little image that barely, to me, I saw it clearly, but it's not exactly a clear image of a penguin to everybody. To me it was, because I was feeling into the energy of the stone. But I don't know if everybody would say the same. But then the confirmation came when I saw this image of the two penguins holding the egg at their feet. It really, really was something special, very magical. It was, listen, magic happens with the stones all the time. And this is spectacular. There's been lots of really spectacular things that have happened in connecting with the crystals. But then I got another confirmation, and that was just in the whole the words March of the Penguin. So, like I said, I wasn't necessarily thinking that this was going to be the stone that was that I was going to listen to, because there have been some other stones that have been singing as well, and I thought this one was going to come later, but it was very insistent that I listen for the message this month and not next month, and that that I don't wait to show it to you. And then I realized, after I'd written down the message and wrote the words March of the Penguin, I realized, this is the end of March. The month is March. And it was just another little synchronicity, another little confirmation, if you will. And this is what starts to happen when you are tuned in to the rhythm of life and to the flow, and when you trust what you're receiving. You start to get little confirmations. Synchronicities, sometimes people call them. But there are beyond synchronicities. Synchronicities are a small part of confirmations. And the more you trust what you get, the clearer and the more often the confirmations come. Not because they weren't already always there. They're always there. It's just now, when you're tuned in, you're getting them. You're listening for them. You're hearing them. You're receiving them loud and clear. And that's the dichotomy, the proof comes only after the belief is there. That was a big one for me to get. that when I got that, that was a big one, because when we're first seeking, when we start seeking and we start opening up to the magic of the universe, there's going to be a part of us that wants to know that it's true. There always will be that. There's always going to be a part of you, because the illusion of reality is so strong and so powerful, and the noise of the world is so loud, telling us not to trust what we experience, what we feel. In truth, the magic really is that we don't see all this synchronicity and messages and confirmations all around us all the time. That's really the magic. And you notice that once you tune in and once you trust, you notice that it's always there and it's always been there. And I just keep going back to the journey that these magical creatures go on every year, and how committed they are to following the path, to trusting so deeply in their own knowing of what each step they need to take and everything they need to do. And protecting their creation so fiercely, with every ounce of their energy, in these freezing temperatures without any food, because their mates, and if I remember this right, it's the male who guards the egg and the female that goes out to find the food. And I feel like this is also part of the message that they're sharing with me at the moment, is that reversal of role. I mean, it's not really a reversal of role. It's a reversal of role as we believe it to be. Because in our world, it's the male that is the traditional breadwinner, the traditional warrior, the traditional hunter. And we're seeing now the shift, the letting go of those roles. Let me put it this way, letting go of our beliefs around who should do what. However, there are things that are inherently masculine and feminine roles and energies, and I don't see that as a problem. I just see the problem comes in minimizing the importance of either gender, or any gender, I should say, because it's beyond just the masculine and the feminine. So that's what I came to share with you. The magic of this March of the Penguins that showed itself through this Orca agate. And through synchronicities and a couple of aha moments, that message was confirmed. So let me leave you with this. Let me leave you with this. I don't want to say challenge because I'm not a big fan of that concept. An invitation. Let me leave you with an invitation to find that inner trust in yourself. And to be as fiercely committed to your knowing of your path and your journey as these penguins are on their march. And if you need a little help with that, the crystals are amazing, amazing sources of support. And this one in particular, tune in to its message, connect with the images that are on my website and on social media, and I will probably be back, maybe we'll be back with this stone again for a crystal blessing next time. Sending you so much love and many, many blessings.